How's it going, everybody? My name is John. I'm here today with Land Rover Naperville, part of the Patrick Dealer Group in Naperville, Illinois. And today we have another exciting video for you because this is a 2025 Land Rover Discovery. This is the big Discovery, and it is awesome. There's a lot of cool stuff to talk about, so let's do it. The 2025 Discovery. Now, there are two Discovery models. We have the Discovery, kind of the full-size one, like this one here, and then there's also the Discovery Sport models. This particular Discovery is a P360, which means it has the 3-liter 6-cylinder engine, puts out 355 horsepower and 369 foot-pounds of torque. That engine is also mated to a 48-volt hybrid battery. You never have to actually plug it in or do anything, but it's going to recharge as you're driving through braking and such, and that is going to help with fuel economy along the way. This particular one is in Fuji white, one of my favorite colors for these cars because you get so many kind of cool black accents around the vehicle. So like the black grille, the black badging on the front, all of these cool black accents around the vehicle as well. This car has the 21-inch wheels, which look really, really nice. I really like how the design and aesthetic of this vehicle and kind of its whole purpose is to split the difference between vehicles like the Range Rover Sport and the Land Rover Defender. It's a great mix of the two, and I think the styling is exactly that. You still get a little bit of a boxy shape, but it's still a little bit more curvy like a Range Rover. You get some of that kind of flat slab-sided surfacing like you see on all the new Range Rovers, but kind of big chunky aesthetics like the stick-out door handles, the bigger kind of menacing grille, things like that. It is just a great mix of the two, and I think they nailed the design perfectly. So let's flip it around so I can show you the back. All right, stepping around to the back of the car, probably one of the most kind of controversial and kind of love it or hate it design aspects on any car I can remember from recent years has got to be the license plate placement on the back of these cars because it's set off to the side and it's not straight in the middle of the vehicle. People with OCD, you know, it might be an issue, but I personally like it because it's a little bit different. Anything that doesn't look kind of too vanilla, it's got something kind of funky about it, I'm a big fan of. And I think they did a cool job of it here, making it look a little bit different. And without having kind of a big spare tire like you'd see on a lot of kind of older school kind of Land Rovers and things like that, they did a good job at kind of making it unique and still have a little bit of a more off-roady feel. But you get that big Discovery kind of badging in the back there. This one's got the tow hook. Big thing about these cars is that they can tow 8,200 pounds with 7 people in the car. It's really impressive. It's got the highest tow rating of any car we sell at our Patrick Dealer Group, and it's really impressive to be able to move that much weight. You can tow like 3 school buses with this car, no problem. And you do get plenty of trunk space in these cars as well. Unfortunately, this being a brand new car, it's all loaded up with stuff and my camera gear, but you have a huge amount of trunk space and all of the rear seats are all power operated. So if you want to fold down the second row or lift up the third row, you can do that all from back here with just a couple of clicks of a button. These cars, again, they just are form and function. They do a great job of mixing both of them. And again, it fits right in between that Range Rover and Land Rover kind of design, aesthetic, and purpose. But that being said, it's freezing out here. It's actually snowing. Good thing I'm under a roof right now, but let's go get warm and cozy and hop inside. All right, taking a look inside the Disco. And I really, really like the kind of rugged utilitarianness, but also the luxury aspect of these cars. It's just such a perfect mix of the two, and it really, really works. So you have this kind of really industrial looking kind of feel in it with these big buttons on everything, so you can use all the buttons with gloves whenever it's cold out. But then you have these super, super nice leather seats with this awesome kind of ribbed perforated pattern in the bottom. You got these really comfy kind of airplane style headrests on here, which is really nice. They fold in on the sides, just really, really comfortable looking. Really cool things in here. If we hop in, you can see you got the Pivi Pro system with the big screen. Looks fantastic. I really, really like this system. If you haven't seen our full kind of walkthrough of the Pivi Pro system, you can watch the video up here by clicking the link. But yeah, it's just a really, really simple design. Everything works just how it should. It's really, really easy to kind of configure things to be exactly how you like it. All of these are little tiles. You can move around, put things wherever you want in here. Again, it's just a really, really clean, simple design. Works really well. I like it a lot. Then down here you have your heating and air controls, and I really like these multi-function kind of dials, where on the first position it'll adjust your temperature, and then if you pull on it, it will adjust your fan speed. So it's kind of using up minimal space to do a lot of functionality, which I like. And then you have all your kind of regular shortcuts for things you're going to use most often, like your defrosters, front and rear, your max defrost, max AC, your sync buttons, things like that. And then what's really cool about this system is this little silver button here. This is unique to the Discovery, and when you press it, the entire heating and air controls are going to fold down, and then you get a little secret hidden cubby hole down there too, which is just really, really cool. Great place to store your valuables. Down here you have your power for your radio and your volume, your gear shift. This is your drive mode selector. When you press it, it's going to raise up out of the center console, and then you'll see you can control which driving mode you want. So you have your eco mode, that's going to be for best fuel economy, your normal kind of comfort setting, then your gravel, grass and snow. This one is for your muddy off-road conditions, and then your sand, and then your waiting for when you're driving through really deep water. Then you also have this button, which is like a low-speed downhill traction control, like a hill descent control. So you can go kind of low speeds without riding the brakes if you're going down like a mountain per se. You also have a USB-C port hidden in there as well, and then your big cup holders, a little place to put your phone, which is nice, or you can stick it in this slot here, which is pretty cool. And then your center console has a little hidden trick to it as well. If you pull the first lever, it's going to give you kind of a really shallow place just to put little papers or things like that. You also have another USB-C port there. But then if you close it and pull on the other one, you can see that you get the full center console, which is much deeper, much more room to put stuff. I absolutely love the armrests in Land Rovers. They're almost pointless because you got this big center console right here, but I just love having an armrest. It's something unique to these models, and I use it a lot, even though it makes the seatbelt a little bit harder to put on. You do get two sunroofs in these cars. You got one above the front passengers, and then one kind of splitting the difference between the second and third row seats. And then stepping into the back seat, you can see just how much room you've got back here. These seats recline a little bit too, which is nice. You got that same pattern like you do on the front seats. I really like how in these cars you get the little accessory so you can dock things into it, like a iPad holder or a coat hanger, things like that. And then you also have a little USB charger in the seat as well. You also get the same kind of functionality for the heating and air controls back here, a couple more USB-Cs, and a regular 12-volt outlet back there also. You get a cup holder that comes down from the middle, and then of course this is a 7-seater. Unfortunately, the trunk is full of all the stuff you get in a brand new car, like the floor mats and wheel locks and all that stuff, so I'm not going to take it out, but you got plenty of room in that third row. But yeah, overall, just a really, really nice interior. I love how they kind of split the difference between a Range Rover and a Land Rover with the Discovery. It is a very, very luxurious vehicle, but it also has a bunch of utilitarian kind of rugged aspects to it. I think they nailed the design. All right, thank you all so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to leave a like and a comment down below if you did. Also, make sure to subscribe. We've got a bunch of cool stuff coming up and a bunch of great videos from the past, so make sure to check those out as well. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.